GM's Ultium electric vehicle platform promises flexibility to support 3 motors and 24 battery modules. The modular design allows easy adoption across various vehicle types, from compact cars to full-size SUVs and trucks. This flexibility is supposed to enable GM to streamline production and efficiently cater to diverse market segments without compromising on performance or quality. That is naturally targeting across the board versatility in types of vehicles to support, and a kind of launchpad for all out electrification. Besides the scalability, the platform lists some very impressive specs in acceleration, torque, and range capabilities, and most importantly, in charging capabilities that are proving so critical in electric vehicle adoption, ultimately serving the broader sustainability goal we all seek. In spite of the fact that GM appears to have recently scaled back its ambitions and production for going electric, this platform has been exciting enough to attract multiple OEMs as partners, from a brand like Acura to Honda Motors. In this video, we will look at how much of that promise is translating into the real world. A number of models based on this platform have been slated to be launched this year, while a number of them have been in the news for some time. We will look at 5 models in particular: the Honda Prologue, the Acura ZDX, the Cadillac Lyriq, the Chevrolet Blazer EV, and the Chevrolet Equinox. Chevrolet's Bolt EV and EUV have been in the market, and the Silverado pickup has been awaited. We will skip them in this video and focus on the stated 5 models, which are relatively comparable to each other. We will illustrate here the information that we could gather on the said models, and also document our experience reaching out to the said brands for the information that we were unable to obtain on our own. It was extremely difficult getting the basic specs, as very limited of those were made available on the different websites of the OEMs and the dealers. However, we will present whatever we could find and urge viewers to expect changes and updates as these cars increasingly become available on the road. The Honda Prologue, a mid-sized SUV, was announced in the US on the 20th of September 2023. In the same release, it claimed an anticipated EPA-rated range of 300 miles and a likely price in the upper 40,000s. The Prologue was to come in 3 trims: the EX, the Touring, and the Elite, in both the single-motor rear-wheel drive and the dual-motor all-wheel drive options. You can view a link to that release in the description. The information we could access indicated that the Prologue was 192 inches long, 78.3 inches wide, and 64.7 inches tall. It was most probably, but not confirmed, to have a 85 kWh battery pack, probably across the trims, a 155 kW of peak DC charge rate, 288 horsepower, and 333 pound-feet of torque in the all-wheel drive trims. Upon reaching out to the Honda dealership, we received a very supportive response, and the dealer representatives tried their best to get us all the information that we looked for. But it seemed largely restricted to the same information that we had already received from the internet. As a matter of fact, to the best of their efforts, they tried to send us the very same links. The Prologue dealership also informed us of 2 units expected before the end of February, along with a promise to get back. Never the same, it was important to notice that they put all the efforts to get the information out to us. The Acura dealership told us upfront that whatever information was on the website was the same and all the information they could provide. Based on the information we found on the website, the Acura ZDX is 197.7 inches long, 77 inches wide, and 64.4 inches tall. It has a wheelbase of 121.8 inches and a battery pack of 102 kWh. It could have an estimated range of 325 miles and 340 horsepower. The Acura ZDX is estimated to have a starting price of $60,000 and should be available in both the single motor and the dual motor trims. No one from the dealership reverted back subsequently or made any attempt to provide us with anything beyond what we found on our own. Among all the dealerships we interacted with, the Cadillac dealership provided the most detailed information, the most of all the brands in this video. Their executive actually secured all the information right away and offered the same to us, along with confirming the information that we had secured from their website. The Cadillac Lyriq was 196.7 inches in length, 86.9 inches in width, and 64.3 inches in height. It has a 122 inches wheelbase and 7 inches of ground clearance, a 102 kilowatt-hour gross battery pack, and a stated range of 314 miles. We could not find the trim level specs and differences online. The Lyriq had 190 kilowatts of peak DC charge rate and 11.5 kilowatts or 48 amps of level 2 AC charging capability. It was stated with 340 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque, broadly in line with the other Ultium cars in this video. The base trim does a 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. The Lyriq also stated 28 cubic feet of cargo space behind the row 2, has a top speed of 118 miles per hour and an estimated curb weight of 5,557 pounds. It starts at a price of $59,000. The Cadillac Lyriq comes in 3 trims: the Tech, the Luxury and the Sport, with further options amongst them. All the information in this video pertains to the base rear-wheel drive trim called Tech. At Chevrolet, the dealership informed that the Equinox is not available and we found no information to be forthcoming on it, and that units of the Blazer EV were expected shortly. They also sent a link to their website that would have more information than the company website. That link is in the description. But here is what we found in it for the LT trim of the Blazer EV. It stated the Ultium propulsion battery up to 85 kilowatt hours, a figure we guessed based on the available values in other cars here. It also stated the predicted 150 kilowatt peak DC charge rate and an 11.5 kilowatt or 48 amps max AC charge rate. It also stated electric vehicle supply equipment, a dual level charge cord for level 1 or 120 volts and level 2 AC charging for 240 volts on a NEMA 1450 plug point, rated at 7.7 kilowatts or 32 amps max. Interestingly, the Blazer was listed with 279 miles of EPA rated range, 288 horsepower and 333 pound-feet of torque for the given LT trim. It also stated 21-inch all-season tires with a tire inflator kit. The Blazer interior power electronics lists 2 USB-C ports each behind the center console and in front of the cup holders, and a 12-volt outlet in the center console. The steering wheel has controls for the infotainment system, phone interface, the system Chevrolet calls the Driver Information Center, the Cruise Driver Assistance System, and Regen on Demand. At this point, we expect the Chevrolet Equinox to have broadly identical specs based on the ones we carry in our standard format. That the Ultium platform represents some marvelous engineering is beyond doubt. But for it to translate into real-world value, the OEMs need to be geared for delivering a good final product. That includes a good customer experience and ease of transacting. The dealer websites that in places offer more information than the parent OEMs are actually designed more for sales than any other exchange. Most still offer forms to contact executives who I found are quite untrained for EV sales and lack the information that EV buyers would need. And as you may have seen, securing information on the whole is increasingly difficult with legacy OEMs. And even when available, we expect it to be highly inconsistent with what we could eventually find in the car. That has been my experience. That the price too will have significant adjustments based on levies and dealer markups highlights a highly opaque market in times when new age makers are offering transparent and direct internet buying experiences. All the references, including the links I received from the respective dealers, are available in the description. If you want to see our video on the value that was available in the Tesla inventory in the beginning of February, click the link here or in the description. See you in the next one.